Well, if you ever go back in the woolly swamp, where you better not go at night. There's things out there in the middle of them woods that make a strong man cry with fright. Things that crawl and things that cry and things that creep around on the ground. And they say the ghost of Lucius Clay gets up and he walks around. Well, I couldn't believe it. I just had to find out for myself, and I couldn't conceive it. But I never would listen to nobody else, and I couldn't believe it. I just had to find out for myself that there's some things in this world just can't explain. The old man lived in the woolly swamp way back in Booker Wood. Never did do a lot of harm in the world, but it never did do no good. People didn't think too much of him, they all thought he acted funny. The old man didn't care about people anyway, all he cared about was his money. And he'd shove it all down into mason jars, and he'd bury it all around. And on certain nights the moon was right, he'd dig it up out of the ground. And he'd pour it all out on the floor of his shack, and he'd run his fingers through it. Yeah, Lucius Clay was a greedy old man, and that's all that there was to it. But I couldn't believe it. I just had to find out for myself, and I couldn't conceive it. But I never would listen to nobody else, and I couldn't believe it. I just had to find out for myself that there's some things in this world you just can't explain. The Caleb boys was white trash. They lived upon Carver's Creek. They was mean as a snake and sneaky as a cat, belligerent when they'd speak. One night the oldest brother said, "Y'all meet me in the woolly swamp later, and we'll take old Lucius' money and we'll feed him to the alligators." Well, they found the old man in the back of his shack with a shovel in his hand. And 13 rusty mason jars he just dug up out of the sand. And they all went crazy. They beat the old man and they picked him up off the ground. And they threw him in the swamp, and they stood there and laughed as the black water sucked him down. Then they turned around and went back to the shack, and they picked up the money and ran. They hadn't gone nowhere, for they realized they was running into quicksand. And they struggled and they screamed, but they couldn't get away. And just before they went under, they could hear that old man laughing in a voice as loud as thunder. That's been 50 years ago, and you can go by there yet. There's a spot in the yard in the back of that shack where the ground is always wet. And on certain nights, if the moon is right and you take that old dirt path, you can hear them young men screaming. You can hear that old man laugh. Ever go back in the woolly swamp where you better not go at night? There's things out there in the middle of them woods that make a strong man cry with fright. Things that crawl and things that cry and things that creep around on the ground. And they say the ghost of Lucius Clay gets up and he walks around. Well, I couldn't believe it. I just had to find out for myself, and I couldn't conceive it. But I never would listen to nobody else, and I wouldn't believe it. I just had to find out for myself that some things in this world